Africa welcomes a European Commission delegation today for a tour of the country's vaccine manufacturing plants. This is South Africa's chance to showcase the progress made around locally produced pharmaceutical products. Europe has committed to keep supporting local manufacturing capacity and strengthening the country's pharmaceutical systems. Our senior reporter Ayesha Ismail is on the story, and now she joins me live from Cape Town. Ayesha, I must say that this is quite an important visit given the difficulties we faced during the COVID-19 pandemic, where South Africa was struggling to procure vaccines, and now we have our own manufacturing plants. I'm sure the European delegation is very impressed.
Indeed, and Heidi, we saw the delegation visiting two of the manufacturing plants here in Cape Town. They came to Afrigen Biologics, and I spoke to the commissioner who led the delegation here today, and this is what she had to say after visiting this facility.
Opportunity today to see the very impressive work done at Afrigen. Seeing the great cooperation between WHO, the Team Europe initiative, in order to be able to move towards having vaccine manufacturing and development in Africa. And I want to use this opportunity to say that this shows how what partnerships can achieve and what global partnerships can achieve, and this is how we need to work in order to address global health challenges. And as a European Commission, we're here to support in every way through Team Europe, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing the developments.
Ayesha, you're looking very smart in your white robe, and I'm sure you're in the mix of things where all these vaccines are being produced. Maybe just tell us and give us some insight as to how this is happening on South African soil.
So Heidi, you will recall that at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, we were hearing about, the richer countries getting vaccines first and the poorer countries suffering, and the term vaccine apartheid was coined. And it was for this reason that facilities like Afrigen Biologics, it's for that very reason that they are manufacturing vaccines here on African soil, so that we can have vaccines available to everybody. But when we form these partnerships, and as we heard with the European Union, with the European Commission delegation, it not only benefits South Africa, but the entire African continent. But I'm now joined by Professor Petru Terblanche. What is the significance of your facility here at Afrigen?
So this facility and the people, the scientists and engineers working in this facility, is the first ever of its kind on the African continent. This facility has the ability to do end-to-end vaccine development and manufacturing. This facility is the first mRNA platform on the African continent. This facility can design a vaccine, develop a vaccine, and produce a vaccine for human use. This facility was created in a response to the pandemic, but the way it is designed and operated and the quality systems will make it suitable for fast pandemic preparedness and response in case of a next pandemic.
So we're also talking about finding global solutions for a global pandemic.
Yes, so this facility is part of a network. We develop technology and we will transfer it to 15 countries in low and middle income regions to empower those countries to make their own mRNA vaccines. So this is a global project, but being housed here locally in South Africa, proudly South African.
I'm going to have to ask you this. What do you say to people who say that vaccines don't work?
Oh no, if we just objectively look at the last 300 years, the most profound and most significant medical innovation, medical product innovation, it is without doubt, vaccines. The ability of vaccines to prevent disease, save disease, and also now therapeutic vaccines has been demonstrated over 200 years in the history of mankind. It does not only prevent disease, it prevents death. That it is a critical medical product and intervention.
Now, I also heard earlier today our Deputy Minister of Health, Dr. Sibongiseni Dlomo, talking about manufacturing and producing vaccines not only for humans but spreading this to the agricultural sector as well.
Yes, it is important for us to understand the nature of zoonotic diseases. It's also important for us to protect animals against viruses and other diseases for livestock reasons and for food production, and also our companion animals. It's equally important. So vaccines for humans and vaccines for veterinary use are both very, very important in creating a sustainable health system.
But this facility is not only about manufacturing, it's about development as well.
It is absolutely also about development. And I want to ask some of my scientists here to demonstrate to the public our first product. And this is a COVID-19 vaccine, mRNA vaccine, which is developed in South Africa in this facility and which are preparing now to go into human trials. This vaccine is...
Come closer.
So this is part of the team, the phenomenal team that has worked on designing and developing this vaccine. This vaccine is called AfriVac 2121. It's named after the date 21 June 1921 when this project was announced as a global health development and vaccine development project. This is our first candidate and it's in good development.
So we are still manufacturing COVID-19 vaccines?
Yes, so there is still boosters been given and we still have large populations that's not been vaccinated. This particular vaccine's importance for us is to demonstrate that the platform that we've built here at Afrigen works, that it's good enough to make vaccines that's safe and effective for human use.
And then just lastly, are we preparing for the next pandemic?
We absolutely are. This facility will be licensed in a few months. This facility is designed to be a rapid response facility. We are absolutely preparing for the next pandemic.
Thank you so much for your time. And Heidi, that was Professor Pietru Tablanche from the Afrigen Biologics facility.
So much for